Gobert. And it's Anderson in at the small forward position. And for Milwaukee, and forward, they have Middleton and Giannis. Holiday out there with Allen. And it's Portis in at the center, locking down the middle. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall. Talk about early expectations as a first-round pick.
Well, you know, everyone wants to see what you got. In reality, also, you want to see what you have against the best players in the world. So it'll take some time, though, to adapt to the speed of the game. But ultimately, it's about going out and competing.
Ring shot on the way. Misses off the left eye. Middleton outside. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Middleton. Over Gobert. Middleton can't get it to go. Anderson with the ball. Out guarded by Giannis. It's Edwards on the wing. Back to Anderson. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Portis. Middleton against Russell. Tries the spin move. Kicks it out to Giannis. Five on the clock. And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
For the aggressive approach from Giannis, I like it. Not settling for the layup, instead punching it on. That's the way you do it.
Gobert with a screen on Holiday. Russell passes to Gobert. And he gets the bucket.
And it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Towns against Giannis. Going inside. Count that one. Antetokounmpo's got his second basket.
And Antetokounmpo showing his versatility yet again. His dribble moves are virtually unguardable.
And Greg, Giannis is such a handful on the offensive end. You know, teams had no choice but to foul him.
And it is hard because Giannis knows how to create contact. And refs have started to give him the benefit of the doubt. He'll be getting double-digit free throw attempts for a long time.
Hammers. The alley-oop through.
How about the springs of this guy, Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak? I mean, he just gets up off the ground like a rocket on these alley-oop chances.
Towns wide open. Oh, good on the three.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
For Minnesota, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Edwards drives in. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards? Confident in taking on defenders and finishing.
Kick out to Giannis. Takes a three. Gobert pulls it in.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Russell passes to Gobert.
And the length of Gobert can be so difficult to deal with. And that's why you have to be physical with him on defense.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throws of the night.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
And that just has to improve, guys. I mean, the free throw shooting is something that has to get better. You're immediately putting yourself at a disadvantage when you shoot that poorly from the line.
George Hill's checked in for Drew Holiday.
An improved free throw shooter compared to his earlier seasons. Nice to see Gobert attack his weakness.
Back to Portis. It's stolen by Gobert. And Russell with the basket on the assist by Gobert.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Now here's Middleton. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Towns with the steal. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Edwards. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Boy, he's really feeling it right now, shooting a high percentage to start this game.
Hill kicks to Portis. Middleton for three. Minnesota with the rebound. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Milwaukee team.
And with this matchup being an East versus West affair, it will be the first of only 2 meetings between the teams.
And, you know, there's always a bit of a feeling out process in that first game between opponents. A lot different than when you've played a team you're familiar with.
Now here's Middleton. His last outing, 16 points for him. Hill passes to Portis. It's stolen by Gobert. Towns with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. Here's Edwards. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And the Bucks with some changes. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Joe Ingles comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Allen. Minnesota also making some changes. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Gobert. Taurean Prince comes in for Kyle Anderson. And Moore subbed in for Edwards. And they pick up 2.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the Timberwolves.
Russell with it. In the game against New Orleans, very impressive. No good for Moore. Bucks trail by 4. Now Giannis. Lopez outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Second chance shot, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
Because of that big body and 7-foot frame, Lopez a handful to keep off the glass.
Here's Russell driving the lane. That one falls, his second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
The kick out to Lopez. Giannis' screen on Russell. Here's Hill. Reed with the block. Moore dishes to Towns. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And when Towns is on the floor, the attitude of this team completely changes. They play with so much more confidence.
Yeah, I could not agree with you more, Kevin. He's a floor raiser. In other words, he makes everybody else play a little better and lifts up their confidence. And he does it while also putting up monster numbers of his own.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Lopez outside. On the wing, Ingles. Guarded by Prince. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Kevin, how about his basketball journey? Taking him from Australia to Spain, then Israel, before finally landing in the NBA at age 27. But Joe Ingles, boy, was well worth the wait.
And he grew up playing Australian rules football, and Ingles not afraid to mix it up.
And early in his career, guys would look to attack him one-on-one, but they learned the hard way. He's long, active, and uses anticipation about as well as anybody. And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Russell passes to Prince. Russell looking around. From 10 feet out. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Ingles against Prince. Outside Hill. There's the drive. That one drops for him. Now it's just a 3-point Minnesota lead.
Terrific speed and understated athleticism from Hill. I mean, all he needs is a little room to attack, and then he'll exploit it with fervor.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Knight's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Carl Anthony Towns. Wayne Selden's checked in for Torian Prince. And Jordan McLaughlin subbed in for Russell. Now here's Moore. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And he slams it one-handed.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Here's Hill. Back to Lopez. Ibaka. This is DeWingles. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Minnesota will come the other way. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And, guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger. And we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And, you know, confidence is key there. They seem to play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end.
Now, here's McDaniels. Joe Ingles missing his last shot. And the shot is good.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Now, here's Lopez. An 11-point game for him in the win against Indiana.
And he also made his presence felt on the defensive side as well. 3 block shots were registered in that game.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's McLaughlin. He's guarded by Hill. Pass to Lopez. Now, here's Ingles. From deep. That shot missing. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And they've...
Ladies and gentlemen, your Bucks dancing.
And now we hear from Giannis, spelling out his speed.
Yes, I'm going to tell you the secret.
Good way to do it. Tuning out distractions. That makes sense.
And it can be harder than ever nowadays. Engaging with fans and the media can be a positive, but you got to focus on what matters most.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, the forwards are Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Rudy Gobert, and it's Forbes in at the shooting guard position. Looking at Milwaukee, they took the win in their last game against the Pacers. Edwards passes to Gobert. Out to Edwards. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. The fadeaway is shot by McDaniels, no good.
Fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor.
The pass to Middleton. He's looking for Giannis and finds him. And McDaniels with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Portis, he's checked in for the Bucks. And then for Minnesota, Anderson, he's checked in for McDaniels. And it's Prince in for Jordan McLaughlin. Here's Allen. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Allen's got his first basket of the night.
And you could tell they had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
Gobert with a screen on Holiday. And Anderson has it in the corner. Gobert in the corner. Lock at 6. It's deflected. Tries again. Kicks it out to Prince. Off target with his 3. Bucks trail by 5. Antetokounmpo finds Holiday. Giannis a screen on Gobert. Holiday gets the bucket.
Confident shooting from Holiday there. Finds a shot he likes and sinks it, even if it is the mid-range, which goes in the face of analytics these days. But I like that mid-range, Jay.
Gobert the screen. Anderson passes to Gobert. Here's Prince, and that one is hammered home.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns. Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive play.
Middleton against Anderson. Kicks it to Gobert. And competition is at the root of all sports. Certainly sometimes, you know, things get chippy. And as a player, Greg, how do you handle that aspect when emotions and physicality get going?
Kevin, you're always taught to control your emotions, but easier said than done. And in reality, sometimes you have to man up. You have to let it be known that you're not going to accept things. And at the same time, you got to be smart. So the goal is to beat the other team, not literally. And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
And a wide open look for Portis. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Anderson. And it's Russell in for Bryn Forbes.
Look who's coming out of the court. Come on and get loud for your...
Edwards inside, defended by Allen. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Milwaukee. On set.